he's getting it now.
Hey everybody, welcome to Metal Customs. Today we're working on some parts. These are from a 1968 M715 Jeep. Cool old Jeeps. But what the gentleman wanted to do, he had these 4 parts here that needed some repair, mainly rust repair. And then when I get through with them, he's going to take them and have them powder coated. But let me bring you in closer and show you each piece individually and see what we're going to get into on this project. Alright, first off, inner fender wells. This one here, it appears that just this section here needs to be replaced. Might have to find a picture on the internet. I reckon that just humps up, goes over, and then humps back down. Yeah, that's sort of an odd thing, ain't it? But the rest of it I think looks good. I'm going to clean it all up to be sure. But I think that's the only bad spot on that inner fender well. Now this one here, yeah, I can see some rust right down in here too. Probably have to just cut this whole piece out and keep it going. Again, this thing humps up right here. I don't know what that's about, but I'll check it. And all the way over on that one. Yeah, just one continuous line pretty much. And I think, let me squeeze around through here. Yeah, spot here is rotted out, so we'll repair that. Cut all the old crap out and just weld some new in. I don't know what all this was about. Huh. Yeah, I'll probably get into that too. That looks like crap, but we'll fix it, no stress. But they got the 2 inner fender wells there, and he brought the dash. The dash, I don't see any rust issues with it, but he said somebody cut this piece here out, and he wants me to fill that with a piece of metal and weld it and get rid of that hole right there. That's no problem. Here's where the problem is going to be. The windshield frame. Now you can see how she's got some rust in her. All around this whole lip it's got rust in it, especially on the bottom. The problem is this piece here also has a lot of rust in it. So we're really going to have to dig into that. I think what I'm going to do, I'll do this first, second, third, fourth. Yeah, I'll start with the easiest stuff first and just keep making progress from there. So there's a quick look at what we got. Like I say, we really don't know what we're getting into until we take the sanders and the grinders to everything and just see how bad off it is. Super worried about this here. I think this is going to be the problem, this windshield frame. The rest of it, I don't think it will really be that bad whatsoever. Just going to figure out that little hump there on the fender wells, and that's pretty much self-explanatory. Like I say, I can pop a picture up of an aftermarket inner fender well, and it's going to show me that anyway. But yeah, cool. Well, I'll tell you what, let me get the grinders and sanders out, and let's start cleaning up, and we'll do this dash first. Now we'll get all cleaned up inside and outside. Grab a good old Sharpie. Good steel. I'm using some good thick steel on this. Just hold that there. Soft hands and hold it there. And trace out our spot here. Just like so. We'll throw it over here on the table and get that cut roughly to shape, and then we can grind the edges and make it fit as good as we can before we weld. After a little grinding, we got that piece there. Don't worry about the gaps. We're fixing to weld. And the way I'm holding it nice and straight is these little magnets underneath the bottom. So what I'll do, I'll come in here with the welder and I'll get just a little bit in each corner, then flip it, weld it all underneath, then flip it, weld it on top, and then get it all ground down smooth. And there you have that. Now normally guys at this step I would take probably just some glazing putty to this. It'll go around to fill up the little spots, then give it a final sand with 400. But seeing as this is being powder coated, he told me not to put anything on it. That his powder coat guy has some special metal filler that he prefers to use, and he prefers to do it himself before he powder coats. And that's cool with me. But I am going to spritz a little bit of primer on there because there's no telling. I mean, it might be a week or two before I get all of these pieces done. And I don't want it to flash rust. But we'll spray a little primer on it and move on to the next piece. So next, the screwdriver can hold that for falling off there. I hope so. We're going to work on this fender wheel, the easier one. I'll pop up a picture on my tablet here in a minute and see what that is. But what I'm going to do is take my little air sander thing, air grinder, and just run through here. All of that looks pretty good, but I want to come to at least right here and at least down into here. It looks like there might be some Bondo around there. But let's just hit that right quick and see. Well, there can't be no Bondo nowhere, especially if it's powder coating. No, we're good. It wasn't Bondo, it was just some paint buildup, I would assume. Yeah. Alright, well let me reference this little part right here, and then we'll get this cut out, and we'll make it. Well, as you guessed, yeah, I can't find a good picture that I can blow up and look at this. but I think we can make it. It's not a big deal. I mean, this is where the fender actually bolts onto. You see the paint line here. I don't know why this humps up here. Maybe for strength along this line or something. I don't know. I'm not the Kaiser Jeep expert, but we'll build it. I measured from here up, and to me it looks like it's risen 3/8. So I think that's how we'll make our new piece and see if that contours in there. That's going to be a little bit of pain to make in a way, but hopefully won't be too bad. Let's, where's our cutter at? Swap out here. Let's go ahead and cut this bad piece out, and then we can get a better view of what's going on. Make a little hump up piece. It comes up at an angle and then has this contour. Let me think on that for a second. Alright, I think I got it going my way. What I did, I took this piece of metal here, took it over to the brake and I bent it. Then I done me some measuring. I cut me some relief cuts here in this. Now what we're going to do is attempt to bend this. See how this is going to work. Yeah, maybe a little too much bend, but we're bending it, so that's a good thing. So I'm trying to get that contour that was already there is my deal. Alright, so see what I mean by contour? Yeah, let's go over here to the fender. Y'all just follow me. Okay, and that tells us what? Way too much bend. Grab the bender thingies. Yeah, I thought I was putting a little too much in here. And that's okay. What am I doing? About like that. Guys, this is part of metalworking something. Trial and error. Yes, I've already got a big hammer out, so I'm prepared. Alright, that's looking a little bit better. And speaking of the hammer, Hammer's a great debender as well. Well, would you look at that? This right here is really messing me up. It's where it was spot welded together, and I don't like it. It's got that raise right there. But the thing about it, you know there's rust in that. Let's go ahead and I hate to, but it's going to be an ugly square. Let's cut that out of there. I mean, rust repair is what we're doing, right? Yeah, see all that rust in there? Yeah, I'm glad I did decide to cut that out. I can get a little more cut here. Don't worry about cutting into stuff. No big deal. I'm going to weld it right over here and weld that crap right back up. Yeah. Alright, that's one that won't bother us anymore. Now let's see how our piece is going to start. Okay, it can bend. Let's see, it needs to come down flat here. Let's do some contour bending, I can see that. This side over here is not looking bad at all. Yeah, see a little notch right there if you can. That's where I put my line every time, so that everything doesn't change on me. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of some more metal here, and I think that'll help us out. Let's take it over here to the bench and grind it off. Alright, a little more cutting and grinding, and I think that's it. It's got a nice bevel coming up. When I measured it, it looked like about a 3/8 up. So yeah, so what we got to do is come in here and basically run this bead of weld through here. I'll get this square here in a minute, that ain't bothering me. Run this bead of weld through here. Now while this metal's hot, we'll go ahead and bend these down to run with these on the sides right here. And that should take care of that. Alright, well let's see what we can do with that. There we go. We got that one welded in, got my square patch in there. And like I said guys, I don't have to be too particular on these inner fender wells right here, because the you know, I'm sure they're going to sandblast all this stuff, clean it up, and use their metal filler wherever they need be before powder coating. So, no sense in me sitting here and grinding forever and charging the gentleman for a bunch of time that's really not needed. But that one's finished. So let's move on to this one over here. This is going to be a lot more involved. All right, on this one, we know we're going to have to do a large majority of this here. Yeah, replace that section. If that's just a straight, that ain't bad. Go make one of them weird humpy things, and a piece down there. But I think I want to start over here. Don't know what this indentation is for, but this was pretty messed up. Somebody's done patched it up once and didn't get it right. So let's grab the cutoff wheel and get all this crap cut out of there. Just see what we can do with this one. Well, I've got all the rusty cut out of that spot and got her cleaned up. And as you can tell, it's not straight like that. And you see that nice curve there, comes out, down, and then lifts back up. Well, that's no problem. What we're going to do is make that first. So this will be a two-piece. This will be this piece here, and then a filler piece here that fits into there. In two pieces is not no big deal. I did switch to a thinner piece of metal that we're going to make this out of, and after we get it made, what I'll do is take it over and put a couple of indentions in it, and that'll strengthen it up. But yeah, let's get to bending this piece. And this we're going to be doing all by hand. That bent roughly where it's supposed to be, and as you can see, I took it over to the bead roller and put some beads in it to strengthen it up. Run 5 through here and 1 down through here. What we're going to have to do on this one is we're going to have to weld this top seam and then come down through here and push it into place as we go. It's going to be a form to fit and weld as you go sort of thing. But it will work and it will look good and it'll turn out great. Alright, well, we've got that piece stitched in there and it fit fine. Like I just went down through here with all my little vice gripper things. Just kept on and got it contoured in there just right. Now what I need to do is flip it over, weld it on the back side, just a little extra. Because like I say, I had to switch to that thinner metal. I'm having to weld on one. So I want to double weld that. Then we'll make that piece to go in there. But all of that's going to happen Monday morning. This is Saturday late afternoon. I've done my week's work and I'm tired. So I will see y'all Monday. Alright everyone, welcome back. We're going to get back on this inner fender here. Got me a piece of metal, good thickness. Yeah, it's got that black coating on it. This is a brand new piece of metal from another panel that I didn't use, had it in excess. So first thing I'm going to do, I want to get this right here and get it cut into there where I can come up and put that in there. So I'm just going to take me a piece of cardboard, run across here. And draw me out a little template there. And let's grab our scissors. Get that cut out. Try to stay in the lines. Voila. Just like arts and crafts in school. And then that's what we want this top piece of metal to look like. So, now we'll just take this. Get it lined up here. Just like so, I do believe. Yeah, that should do it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here and here, and then we'll go underneath. It's going to be a little grinding because we got a little bit of wiggle right there, but this will get our general shape going. Now I've got the top cut the way I want it. What I've done, I got this up here where I can slide this up under. That way I know I've got this fitting in there like I want it. And I just took my marker and run down through here. But I won't be cutting this piece off because I need to bend it to come into here. So let's go ahead and get this line here cut out to here. And then see where we go from there. That's going to be a fun cut. We'll cut what we can with the death wheel. And the rest of it we'll just take over to the grinder and smooth it up. Got that piece ground down and cleaned up. So she fits right up in there like so. Something like that, sort of maybe. Now what I need to do is get this line back again where we need to make our bend. Get this thing where it's going to be sitting where we want it. Okay. So we need a line to go from here to there. Define that line a little bit. Alright. So we've got our line there. So we should be able to bend that, and that should be our filler piece for this square right here. Let me run over to the bender right quick and bend it and see what we got. Oh, well I got that piece fitted in there. Yeah, I just cut off that bend piece. It wasn't working out right. So we'll just come in here, lay another one in there. No big deal. But let me get that welded up and then I'll get that little filler piece. Then we can move on to the edges here. Alright guys, we got that taken care of. Got it all cut, welded, and ground down. Like I say, I don't know what kind of filler this guy uses. But I gotta just go ahead and say it. I hate doing work like this in a way. Because normally I would go in here now and take my fiberglass and smooth all this out, get it sanded out really pretty, and hit it with some 400, and it would look slick. But I'm going to call the customer and have him come up and look and see what he thinks. I mean, we got good welds, the metal's in there good and it's strong. So now, all I got to do on this one, I got to do that weird humpy piece, strip down there and a strip right here. Y'all have already seen me do that on the other one, so I'm not going to film that. I don't want to repeat and bore you to death. But I'm going to go ahead and get that done, and then we'll check out this windshield frame and just see how bad a shape it really is. Alright, we got that one knocked out. Got the piece laid in there. Got this weird thing made again. Yeah, that's an odd piece. Got that strip down through here. Got it all taken care of. And of course, you already seen that we got that done. Alright, now the windshield frame. Alright guys, what I'm going to do off camera is get into this thing and start cleaning it up with the grinder and the sander there, and just see how bad a shape that it's really in. I'm over cleaning this window frame. What I'm doing is taking the sander right here, just running around. You can see the rust spots here. Come around, I'm really going down in here. Now this is the top. It's not going to be too terrible up in here, but around here it is, as you can see there. But my main concern is the bottom. Yeah, you can see all that rust right there. But how much of it actually got down into the bottom. See, rust there, rust there. What I'm trying to do now is get all the screws out. I did get some, but these others are not going to come out. I'm going to have to take the grinder and just grind them off. Like I say, we've got rust plumb down into here and here and here. Looking pretty bad. Yeah, good rust in there. Corners, a little crappy looking. This corner here is a little crappy looking. Well, if you're going to do rust repair, get it all. And this is just this side. I haven't flipped it over yet. So, yeah, this windshield is going to be a lot of work and pretty involved. So, seeing as this windshield is going to be so involved. Oh, it's a little brass something. Oh, it's cool. And such a job, I think it can be just a video by itself. And besides, this video here has gotten pretty stretched out there. I think it's 20, 30 minutes long. Last time I was looking and doing some editing. So let's just call this video, and I'll make another video on just the windshield frame itself. I'm sure this is a common thing with this area of Jeeps, and people would like to see this in a separate by itself. So yeah, we'll do that. Well everyone, I sure appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know a lot of people like it when I get out here and fabricate and make stuff, and that's something I actually like doing too. Yeah, it's some hard work, a lot of fiddling, a lot of measuring, a lot of welding, a lot of grinding. But it is worth it to take something that normally somebody would have threw away and bring it back to life and reuse it. And I'm digging it. Well, y'all, if you would, throw us down some comments. If you're able, hit us up on Patreon and or the Super Thanks. And please like, share, and subscribe. Again, appreciate it much. Till the next one, we hope that everyone has a fantastic day.